at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands, and it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Kenneth Faried. Rose is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Jordan, and it's Reese in at the small forward position. And here's Mills from the arc. Jordan with the rebound. And Boston has possession. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. Two elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
A different look for New York. Whiteside's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Chandler comes in for Trevor Booker. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Boston also with the sub. Booker's checked in. On defense, Boston, they defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Mills dishes to Hayward. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Knicks lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. You know, Clark, that's exactly why you bring a Paul Pierce on your team, and that's exactly the kind of impact you hope he has on a young player.
And, you know, that's not just something you hear the young players like Beal and Wall talk about. You see it on the court in their interactions with Pierce. I mean, and you see it in the win-loss column, too. He's made a huge difference in the play of those young guys and the team.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Derrick Rose. Booker out there with Jordan. And it's Reese in at the 3. Inside, Beal, and the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. They set the pick. Beal against Mayo. Beal's shot is good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Hayward outside. With 1 on the clock. And no good trying to get. And we're through the.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. What a showing tonight. It's been a tight matchup so far in New York. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting? And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We
have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Mills out there with Mayo. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Hayward. And it's Jang in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Faried. Mayo with it. Pass to Mills. Mayo kicks to Hayward. Some nice passing by New York here. And Tang gets it to go.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Boston trails by 3. Beal with it. Now Mayo defending. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Now here's Hayward. Tight defense on him. And Mills kicks to Hayward. Right side a screen. And here's Mills from the arc. And Jordan sends it back. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the floor for Boston. Kenneth Faried is out there with Booker. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Derrick Rose. Here's Faried. The shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Tucker the pass to Lamb. Connects from downtown.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Beal gets a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Mills. And that's an intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Jordan, he's checked in for Boston. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. And Boston has possession, trailing by 4. Boston, no good that time either. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Wilson Chandler.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 6. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I'm not sure the two-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
That's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 5. 17 seconds left in the fourth. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 4. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake. And then see what happens after that.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Beal from long range. They get it back. Misses there. So a close game.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Gordon Hayward.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille